As a travel vlogger, it's important to stay one step ahead when it comes to all new travel regulations, especially when it comes to the European Union. Since Brexit, the requirements to enter the EU for all those who hold a British passport has changed, and many people are still being caught out by these new travel regulations and being refused travel. It's usually down to a validity error with their passports. I plan all of my travels meticulously many months in advance, so it's important that I don't get caught out, as this could mean a huge delay, or worse, not being able to travel at all. The entry requirements for the EU are about to change again, so in this video I'm going to look at all these new requirements, which are the new EES and ETIAS requirements. At the end, I'll look at the new ETA requirements for entry into the UK for all those who don't hold a British passport. These sections are timestamped in the description below, so you can easily find the section that you need to watch by clicking on the relevant section. EES is the new entry and exit system, which will begin on the 12th of October 2025. This will be rolled out gradually across all the external borders of the 29 countries that make up the European Union. This rollout will take place over an initial 6-month period. These European countries will introduce the different elements of EES in phases, including the collection of biometric data, incorporating facial recognition and fingerprints. This means that travellers' biometric data might not be collected at every border crossing point straight away, and travellers' personal information may not be registered in the system on their first visit. Passports will still continue to be stamped as usual during this initial period, but the EES system will eventually replace the need for all passports to be stamped. This progressive implementation will last until the 9th of April 2026. From the 10th of April 2026, the EES will be fully operational at all external border crossing points of the European countries that use this system, whereby biometrics will need to be collected upon arrival. This applies to all visitors to the EU from all non-EU countries, unless of course the traveller is under the age of 12 years old. As a traveller, this means that there may be a delay in getting through passport control, especially in the early months while the system is being rolled out. Once completed, the whole entry-exit system will be far simpler and quicker. So please allow additional time for this if you have any onward transport connections. Please check your own specific requirements prior to travelling, just to ensure compliance with the passport or travel documentation that you hold. The ETIAS, or European Travel Information and Authorisation System, is a travel authorisation for entry into the European Union. And this is separate from the EES system and is expected to commence in the second quarter of 2026. Although, as this expected date has already been delayed several times, this new date may change again. I'll put any updated information in the description below for both EES and ETIAS. The ETIAS also carries a charge which is expected to be around €20, although this amount may also change as the original charge was set at just €7. The ETIAS is valid for 3 years or until the passport used in the original application expires, whichever comes first. If you attach your ETIAS to your new 10-year passport, then you will have to reapply again after 3 years, and then 6 years, and then 9 years, in order to enter the EU until your passport expires. When your 10-year passport expires and you apply for a new passport, then you will need to apply for an ETIAS for that new passport, regardless whether you have some time left on your old passport or not. To apply for ETIAS, you will need a valid travel document or passport to which a visa may be attached. Your travel document should not expire in less than 3 months, and it should not be older than 10 years from the date of issue. A travel document which does not comply with international standards may be rejected during the application process. If you have any doubt about whether your travel document entitles you to cross the borders of the European countries requiring ETIAS, please check the European Council's website for further details, as not all travel documents are accepted for ETIAS. If you hold a biometric passport, you can apply for ETIAS Travel Authorisation, but if you hold any other type of passport, you will need a visa to enter any of the European countries requiring ETIAS. And most British passports now do comply with biometrics and therefore should be accepted for ETIAS. The ETA is the new electronic travel authorisation entry requirement into the United Kingdom, and this has already been in force since April the 2nd of 2025. With the exception of Irish citizens, all non-UK passport holders will need an ETA for short visits to the UK of up to 6 months. This isn't a tax, but a digital travel authorisation to travel to the United Kingdom, similar to the ESTA entry system into the USA or the ETIAS into the European Union. The cost is currently £16 and it's valid for 2 years or until the passport used in the original application expires, whichever comes first. If your passport has more than 2 years validity remaining when you apply for your ETA, then you will have to apply again after 2 years to enter the UK and keep reapplying until your passport expires. When your passport expires and you apply for a new passport, then you will need to apply for a new ETA for your new passport in order to enter the United Kingdom again. Please note that you may still need a visa depending upon your nationality and purpose of visit, or if you're here to work, study, or for longer stays of over 6 months. As a traveller, it's up to you to ensure that all your travel documents are up to date and legal for travel to the country that you wish to visit, applying for any additional visas if they are needed. Mistakes that could mean that you are not able to travel or refused entry upon arrival. I hope you found this information useful in this video, and I have several other videos on my channel to help you save money and travel better, covering a variety of subjects including accommodation, currencies and transport for better cost-effective travel. Thank you for watching.